Ncert Class 7 Chapter 4 Geography Air. Our Earth is surrounded by a huge blanket of air called atmosphere. All living beings on this earth depend on the atmosphere for their survival. It provides us the air we breathe and protects us from the harmful rays effect of the sun rays. Without this blanket of protection, we would be baked alive by the heat of the sun during day and get frozen during night. So, it is the mass of air that has made the temperature on earth livable. Now let's study the composition of atmosphere. Let's see the composition of atmosphere. Which is the biggest gases in it? Yes, the nitrogen. It is 78%. And what is the second most gas? Yes, it is the oxygen, 21%. We see there are 1% of gases, that is argon, CO2, neon, methane, hydrogen, etc. So let's study the global warming. When it is level in the atmosphere increases due to factory smoke. We see the factory smoke and the car fumes. As in the car fumes and factory smokes, the heat retained increases the temperature. So the heat is retained by the increase of the temperature. Then it is called global warming. It is affected by greenhouse effect when the sun rays come to the earth and at the evening when it is returning. If there is a greenhouse effect, it would not allow the sun to return back. This is the effect of greenhouse effect. What is global warming? Global warming, as we know, is an increase in the temperature. So we see an increase in the temperature of the Earth atmosphere. If there is increase in the temperature, it will be leads to global warming. So in simplify it, we can say it's getting hotter. It's getting hotter. Global warming meaning in simplify. So many scientists have spent decades figuring out what is the cause of global warming. What is cause of global warming? Let's see it. Next, we can study the structure of the atmosphere. See, that is troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. This is the layer of atmosphere. So, we are seeing troposphere at the bottom. It is about height of 13 kilometers. The air we breathe exists here. So, we can see weather like rainfall, fog, hailstorm. This occurs in this layer only. And let's study stratosphere. And stratosphere is above, that troposphere. It is above the troposphere, and its height is 50 kilometer. And we see flying aeroplanes, and we studied about the ozone layer, ozone gas, and ozone layer of ozone gas. And these ozone gases is present in the stratosphere, and it protects us from the harmful effect of the sun rays. And the ozone gases day, ozone day? Yes, it is September 16. Next, let's study about the mesosphere. This is the third layer, and its height is 80 kilometer. And you see meteoroids. You studied meteoroids previous class. So meteoroids burn up in this layer on entering from the space. These meteoroids burn up in this layer on entering from the space. And the top is mesospores. Next is thermosphere. And it is thermosphere rises very rapidly with increasing height. Its temperature rises very rapidly, and there is one layer called ionosphere. It is a part of this layer, and it extends between 80 to 400 kilometers. And also you know that these layers help in radio transmission. In fact, radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. Next is the exosphere, and it is the uppermost layer and the last layer of the atmosphere. And this layer has very thin air. Light gases like helium and hydrogen. It floats into the space from here. So there are 5 layers. So let's look at it. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. Weather and climate. Is it going to rain today? Will it be bright and sunny today? Do you know the difference between the weather and climate? Let's study. Weather. Weather means a short-term state of the atmosphere. It is a short term of the atmosphere. It can vary from time or location to location. It would not be the same. It always includes time and location. Next is climate. It is a long-term pattern of the weather. So it can be vary from 1 to 2 years, long-term like 30 years or more. Average weather over many years in one specific places. It average weather over many years in one specific place. So you have seen weather like sunny, rainy, cloudy, and you would see some degrees in font and like that 30 degree. It is called the temperature. Let's see what is temperature. So it is the measure of how hot or cold something is. You can see what is the temperature of and hot tea like that. And there are 3 scales, that is Fahrenheit, Celsius, Kelvin. We have to study only the temperature. What is temperature? Next, the measuring of hot or cold like thing is called temperature. The measurement of that thing or object is called temperature. So friends, thanks for watching this video. Bye. And don't forget, the next part is to be continued. Bye.